12.15 vowels to end, we're going to write a recursive method called vowelsToEnd. So it'll be public vowelsToEnd, and it's going to take a string as a parameter. We'll just call it str for now, and it's going to return a new string, so we'll do string, in which all of the values have been moved to the end. Vowels. I think I said values. I meant vowels moved to the end. So let's do this. First, let's look at a base case. And when we think of a base case, what is this going to be? Well, if we want to examine every single character in here, we are going to want to recursively remove these characters from the string before we print it out. So we can run this as long as our str.length does not equal to 0, right? And if it does equal to 0, we can just return, and we need to return a string, so we'll return str, which is currently an empty string. But don't worry about that, because we are going to really be returning this next part. So otherwise, we'll be in this, an else if. And there's two cases we want to do. If it has vowel, and if it does not have a vowel. Remember, we're going to be looking at the current character only. So if the current character does have a vowel, that means str.char at, and we're going to do index 0 because we're going to be recursively going through this every single time. If it is equal to a, and a good way to do this is copy this. You could make a method or something like that that's easier to code for this, but we're just going to hard code for every vowel. I'm going to come down to the next line, and we're going to want to return, now this is recursive, so we'll do vowels to end. Remember, if it is a vowel, which in this case it is, we're assuming that it is if we're in this else if, we want to return a substring of everything after the 0th index. So we are going to want to pass an str1, and then we're going to want to append the vowel at the end. So we want to append str0, and that's going to be our return. Now, what if we don't have a vowel? So if we don't have a vowel, we can fall into this else statement, and we just want to return. And remember, if there's no vowel, we are going to want to put our 0th index at the front because we're not doing anything with it. We don't need to move it in the back, so we're going to leave it in the front. And then we are going to want to recursively look at the other ones. So we have to go back into our method vowelsToEnd, where we pass an str1. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, you can rewatch it, you can leave comments, and let's examine our errors. We want a substring, my apologies, str.substring. You're probably pretty confused about what I was doing right there. So we want to pass in a substring. Passing in a substring for both of these. This one is going to be .char at. Passing in the substring here, passing in char at here, and that's going to be basically the same for both of these, where we compare our characters in here. That's going to pass 1 out of 1 tests. So that's how I'd go about looking at this exercise 12.15.